Okay, so now let's go in to. There's no way they're live. Yeah. So now let's go into the next game, which. Here we go. We'll be looking at Liztomania versus No Fun at All. There we go. Glossary. Yeah, congratulations. That was a game and a half. Um, so Liztomania, we've got a block guard Croxagore, a block guard Saurus, Mighty Blow Tackle, block guard Saurus, block guard, block, and then a fresh Saurus. Edgy Skink, Moving Up Skink, and then just the standard Chameleon Skink. 12 players, 3 rerolls. And then No Fun at All. Apologies for showing that. I clicked the wrong button and I showed like all the results. Whoops. Am I blind? So, more dwarves. Black runner. Just a massive guard lineman. Bunch of mighty blow. Guard mighty blow blitzers. Okay. I should have spoiler screened like any of this. Luckily, I think there's only one game that's still under spoilers, other than the game we just cast. But yeah, I just didn't think about it because I'm dumb and have been streaming for the past, like, hour and 40 minutes or so? Brilliant coaching is a draw, neither team gets a reroll. Liztomania is off on offense first. Just getting knockdowns on the LOS. Not 3 dying with the Croxagore from Mighty Blow. And we blitz through, get a Mighty Blow knockdown. And then we can just walk back here. Plus Edgy Skink picks up just fine. Just marking up a bunch of Saurus on the side that we're trying to push into. Yeah, we're just marking and basing all the things, which is a little concerning. Because, like, on one hand, if Shamba doesn't knock all these pieces down, or if he fails a block, it could go really, really wrong for him, because all his pieces are stuck. But at the same time, You're just giving up a lot of free hits. Oh. That door stays. But yeah, like, we're just giving up so many 3 hits, like, even Dwarven Armor is gonna break. And it's like, if you lose a bunch of players because you've just given the lizards a bunch of punches, that feels real bad. And yeah, there's a stun. We've already seen our first break. Croxagore, mighty blow hit. No removal so far. And last action of the turn is a turnover. Doesn't re-roll it because most everything else got moved. Just a lot of repositioning. This block doesn't do anything. Still giving up multiple blocks. Troll Slayer doesn't go down. Knockdown on this Blitzer. 3 died, knocks down this Dwarf Lineman. This is the mighty blow hit of the turn. Croxagore attempted to remove that man's head, just stunned him. Skink fails to dodge away, badly hurt. And just takes it, because it's a skink. I mean, Rest has kind of stopped Shamba from moving forward, but at the same time he's Lizards. With a plus agi skink. So he doesn't really need to move forward immediately. Follow-up hit does not knock down. And then just marking another skink because that worked well enough. Just a push on the lineman. This other lineman is also marked, and just a push there as well. So far, Rasta not getting punished for all the basing he's doing. Shamba's not getting a lot of knockdowns here. Another last action knockdown. Rasta could open up this cage corner and mark the ball. That's about all he can do with this position, so that's... Oh, double skulls, so that's... looks like a reroll used. Double both down, so the cage doesn't open. I wonder if you even do that reroll. Fails to dodge away. I wonder if you just leave that reroll alone, because you're still in the way. Oh, and the replay nonsense has started. For those who weren't aware, replays are currently broken, and this is a thing that happens. That's a 1 on the Croxagore. That is unfortunate. However, we have blitzed through, and we've opened up the left-hand side. And so we're just gonna see Shamba move everyone over here. The ball is floating for some reason. Yep, and just push that off. So it kind of feels like, yeah, like this is the only blitzer. Like all these are linemen. And it feels like Rast is just, that doesn't do anything. Resta moves like all his high movement pieces forward. Like the blitzer's over here, Troll Slayer's over here, stuck. Runner's not even on the pitch. So it's like Resta's just struggling to even respond to this outflank. Well, that's a skull both downs. Oh, and that's a failed GFI. Probably won't see that rerolled. Well done, game. Can I just resume this? It skipped all the way to turn 16. Gotta love how the replays are this broken. I don't even know how they've done this. Alright, so there we go. Now we're back on the correct turn. This is why we've been telling everyone, hey, let us know when you're playing, because we really don't want to do replays right now. In this case, it's not their fault. There just happened to be 2 games scheduled at the same time, and apparently I was the only one able to cast it at this moment. So, a whole bunch of blocks. Used it to reposition the Saurus forward. Skink going forward to stand in front of the LOS, or in front of the end zone, rather. Yeah, and then just a 2-die on this guard piece. Which pushes another dwarf farther away. Another. This Saurus needs to be fired. That is like 3 or 4 turns in a row that it has last actions. Skull both downed. Resta, most of his pieces just completely out of position. Now having to scramble back at the pace of a fat snail. We do get a blitz here, which is going to free up this lineman off of a push play, which is not bad. And we promptly just put it right back into the swamp. Rasta does finally get a break. It appears to be just stun. The replay is not displaying the stun, but it is stunned. And now there's only one piece threatening the position of the ball, so we're just gonna see Rasta blitz it down. Or we're gonna see Shamba blitz it down, rather. And probably just stand here. Knockdown on Troll Slayer, it stuns. This Saurus runs over so that in another turn or 2 it can just skull both down. 1-die block is both down, 1-die block is a push. But yeah, it's like, Rest is still not repositioned to actually threaten the ball. He's positioned to threaten the Saurus, and it's like, it's playoffs. I don't care if you hurt the Saurus. Does get a knockdown on the crop score, so we might see a knockdown on all these central pieces. But again, I don't think Shamba cares about that. It's like, sure, you knock down a bunch of Saurus, but that's about all you do. You're not threatening the ball in any way. GFI blitzes into the Skink. Have to use a reroll, but it is skull both down. So the Skink with the ball was not even marked. Which means we have to bring in more GFIs to mark the ball. This will probably be the score. Uh-oh. So 3+ dodge away is good. Uses reroll. And in turn 8, So all these pieces are just going away into the back. What? What? Interesting. Oh man, the replays are so broken. Pitch invasion? I believe that is just stuns. Yeah, just stuns. No one actually got sent off. Just one knockdown. And now we're just gonna see this source magically teleport. No knockdown there. Does get another block. Gets a knockdown with Mighty Blow. Just 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this is now a 3 die. Does get the knockdown. And this source is gonna just randomly teleport, I assume. Okay, that was sillier than I expected it to be. Yeah. Blitzer comes back, fails the pass. And so now, going into the second half, both teams still have their Appo. It is 1-0 to Shambo. There's one skink injured, and that's it. 3, 6, 9, 10, 11. Both teams have a full 11 on the field. LS blocks, so far no break. Do get 3 knockdowns. None of them broken so far. Yep. 4 knockdowns, no breaks. But it is 4 Saurus knocked on the floor, which is a bit rough. However, Shamba is going to have 2 more turns to recover before he has to actually get in the way. First action blitz does turn into a push play, which pushes a dwarf off of this Saurus here. Now just reposition to be vaguely in the way, and everyone who's in base contact just stands up. Should be noted that the Chameleon Skink is now in play, which is the same as a regular Skink, just slower, and also has on the ball. It's slightly better at passing, slightly slower, and has on the ball, basically. And also shadowing. Which in this matchup, the shadowing is not unimportant, but seems likely that there would be a block, tackle, blitz to remove the shadowing. Not what a knockdown is. Opts to use the reroll. Perhaps a little greedy there. But maybe feeling that he can't leave this front line in base contact with that many players. Blitzing up the sideline as the first action. No knockdown, but we are able to pressure this cage a little bit. I'm not committing too hard, but it is saying, hey, there's a strength 4 piece here that can blitz into your cage. And stands everyone else up. Gets a block out of it. Just push. This is largely a push fest so far. Finally get a break. And it's a KO. The source move. Power Appos the KO on the Blocksaurus. I like it. That may be the first Power Appo that I've seen, that we've seen this playoffs. So, 2 stun Saurus' turn, which is not great. Yep, 2 stun Saurus. However, Shamba is looking at this, and there's a lot of doors in base contact. Hold on. There's a push play here. Use this Saurus to fill this square. Block with the Croxagore. Push into this Saurus. You go to that square. And then you're blocking here, so that goes there. So what you do is you fill these 2 squares. You fill this square, block here, push into here, which pushes into here, which in turn causes another push. And this skink goes into this blocker. Yeah, so you can get a Saurus standing on the ball, but it doesn't look like you quite have what you need to push the guard in. But it's definitely worth looking at. Do it the other way. Could you blitz here, because this is 2 guard? So you blitz into this square, push directly. Fill this square with a skink, block to there. And then you blitz from here. You blitz into this piece, which goes down. And as long as you fill this square with this skink, then this piece gets pushed again, and it goes up. Then there's guard on the ball. And then this piece can block again, and you then get to push the source to this square. You do have to dodge the Chameleon Skink away, out of tackle, to mark this Troll Slayer, and that gives you a 1-die hit on the ball. Maybe not worth it. If this Saurus wasn't stunned, this could probably be a lot easier. Okay, but let's see what Shamba did. Does opt for a blitz push play, instead opting to just push Dwarf Walker guard backwards, which fair enough. Follows up, which generates a 3-die block with the Croxagore. A lot of guard dwarfs going down, 2 of which are stunned this turn. And then just repositioning skinks to be in front of the path. The valuable skink going farther backwards makes sense. Failed punch. I feel like I may have just stood up that Saurus regardless of the fact that it's going to get punched. Because it feels like you kind of need to stop Razda from taking the sideline as strong as he's about to. Knockdown there. Forward marking up. It's cage, but it is based by just King. But at the same time, you only need a push to open this up. Knockdown on the opening block. Croxagore 3-die block on the opening turn of the turn. Gets a knockdown, gets a break, which frees up 2 Saurus to come running in. Knockdown there. So the cage is now compromised. That's a 1-die block by the Skink, probably. Just marking up more players. Getting in front of stuff. Now, the plus movement Skink has a 2-die on the Shoal Slayer. And, yeah. 1-die skull. Opts to rerolls it into a skull. Which is a little unfortunate, but not the end of the world. It is a reroll used in an overtime format, but I think if you get a push there, your position becomes strong enough to justify using the reroll. But maybe not worth using it. I'm not sure. Sending a bunch of dwarfs up. Did this guy just not get moved last turn? I'm hoping that that's a replay bug and he's not actually standing there. Marking up a bunch of pieces, GFI blitzing a Skink, fails the GFI, rerolls it, does get the knockdown. Is this just like a sideline cage developing? We are now going into a based sideline cage, it looks like. Just a push there. But like, this isn't safe. You block here, if you get a knockdown, he just walks in. Free up 2 more Saurus. Yeah. Not sure on this. I guess he's trying to turn this into a 2-die. So that this is also assisted. The first injured dwarf is from a Skink, because of course it is. Apo used. Turns it into a seriously hurt. But this does mean that this is now a 2-die block. Is just a push. But the push is good enough. What? I feel like I would have just blitzed in, like not followed and blitzed in there. Because that was a 1-die hit on the ball. But Shamba opting for a different play and just ensuring that all of these dwarves are marked. And as we talked about, I mean, that could be, we talked about this in the last drive, that could be an effective play. But it also opens you up to everything getting punched and potentially broken. And now we've got... oh no. So now the plus move Skink gets surfed. And now this Saurus is likely getting surfed as well. It's badly hurt on the plus move Skink. That is kind of a big deal. So it's a red die surf on the Saurus. I'm assuming that this piece is glitched and is not actually here, because I can't click on it. Because I can click on these other players, but I can't click on this one. So I'm not sure where this player is actually standing. And we get a turnover instead of going for the red die serve. Knocking down dwarves. Another reroll used is almost down. This game has been a real push fest on both sides. There's just not a lot of knockdowns. Now the question is, how does Rasta fight his way out of this position? It feels like his forward progress is being stopped. And it's turn 15, like he's got to score, he's got to get forward and score. So maybe he has to hit here, and he has to move forward over here. No, he moves the ball forward one square. So he's trying to muscle his way through this right-hand side. Skull, double skull there, and Troll Slayer dies. Yep, knockdown there. This is the last turn, so ball gets knocked down. Opts to not follow it. Ball goes. Honestly, that scatter is real good for Shamba. Because the skink can just walk in and pick that up. 2+, it's good, and then run the ball all the way back. I feel like I would have moved the skink through in order to just have more skinks back there protecting the ball, but that's just me. Another knockdown. And a stun. Now we 3+ the skink through. Use the reroll to try to keep it standing. That seems unnecessary, but okay. Red die block to try to free up this lineman. Doesn't work. Yeah, I don't see how... Ball goes down. I'm just not seeing how Rasta does anything with it. Following is 100% wrong. Because if it scatters into you and you magnet hands catch it, that's a world that you lose the game. Yeah, and this is just a very clean 1-0 win to Shamba. Never really felt like he was particularly under pressure or threat. Resta committing hard in the early game and just got outpositioned because of it. Are we fouling? If we get sent off as well. Yep, so that is probably the end of that, right? There's... Hello? Okay, the game just stops there, so I don't know what happens in the last turn. So let's confirm that that is in fact what happens. I don't see how Rasta could have scored there. History 1-0 to Liztomania. MVP to Asaurus is always nice. MVP to this lineman is eh. Not a lot of action on either side. Feels like knockdown dice were just really low to me. But regardless, commiserations to Rasta and congratulations to Shanba. That has been the ReBBL Playoffs round of 32. Liztomania versus No Fun at All. Our next game that is scheduled is tomorrow at 2 p.m. Central. And there's also one at 2:30. I will probably be casting one of those two games, if not both of them at the moment. So leave a follow if you want to see that nonsense. That's all I have for you. Bye-bye.